What's up, addicts? Okay, part 3 of the My Guys series. Today we are talking wide receivers. These are guys I absolutely love this year. I'm trying to get as many of them as I can, and they're actually going spread out enough in the ADP right now that you potentially get all of them. I don't know that it would work out for you because you still need to take other positions, but try to get as many of these guys as you can. All right, number 1, Davante Adams. Yes, he is going in the second round right now, but I still think overall he's being undervalued. Davante Adams has tremendous upside this year. He is going to be the number 1 target for Aaron Rodgers, and he has, double-digit touchdown upside. He's done it before. He's no reason to not be able to do it again. Yes, they got Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham's going to get touchdowns, but if Aaron Rodgers has shown us anything in the past, he's probably going to throw above 30 touchdowns. So even if 10 of them go to Jimmy Graham, the other 20 have got to go somewhere. So Davante Adams has tremendous touchdown upside, but he also is going to see an uptick in receptions and yards because Jordy Nelson is not there anymore. Jordy Nelson, when he was playing, was still Aaron Rodgers' favorite target, even though Davante Adams had shown that he had taken the leap athletically over Jordy. So with Jordy gone, Davante Adams is going to absolutely feast this year. News report also just came out that Randall Cobb is on the shopping block, so it doesn't look like the Packers are committed to keeping him and may even trade him before the year begins. So if that happens, Davante Adams is going to start alongside Geronimo Allison, who's a fairly good player. He's come a long way in training camp, and there's a bunch of rookies on that team. But if Davante Adams is lined up with Geronimo Allison on the other side, he is going to be the primary target for an Aaron Rodgers-led offense. And if there's anything that I've ever observed in fantasy football is you want Aaron Rodgers' number 1 target. Get Davante Adams on your team. He has number 2 wide receiver upside. I don't think he can beat Antonio Brown, but his ceiling is sky high. I love taking players like that because his floor is high and his ceiling is astronomical. I think taking Davante Adams is a fantastic idea. Another player that I love this year, Juju Smith-Schuster. Yes, he does have a little bit of an injury concern, but if you take the games that he played after he got the starting job, and when he broke out against Detroit, from the rest of the season on, he was a wide receiver one of the most consistent and highest scoring receivers. I think he can absolutely get it done. I trust his talent. I think the Steelers are in a great position this year. Defensive coordinators, what are they going to do? You can't defend Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, and now you got to worry about James Washington as well. Ben Roethlisberger is going to feast this year, and Juju Smith-Schuster is going to reap all of the delicious benefits. Get him on your team. I love him as a wide receiver too. I'm even comfortable taking him as my wide receiver 1. If you get a couple of stud running backs and you take a tight end early, I think Juju is the way to go. I think he's going to beast it this year, and I think you're going to be very thankful to have him on your team. All right, so my guy number 3, I got Chris Hogan. So this is a guy that I have kind of come around on. I originally was pretty happy with him, kind of dropped in my rankings a little bit, but now that we've kind of seen preseason go on, the Patriots are telling us what they care about and who they value. Jordan Matthews got hurt, he's gone. Malcolm Mitchell, gone. They just released Kenny Britt today. They picked up Eric Decker, and he's not doing anything. Julian Edelman has the 4-game suspension. They obviously have Gronk, but the constant here is Chris Hogan is going to be the number 1 receiver, and Tom Brady is still playing at an elite level. Same concept with Aaron Rodgers. If you have the number 1 wide receiver in Tom Brady-led offense, that's a good fantasy asset. Chris Hogan also has injury history, but in the NFL, who doesn't have a history of some injuries? If Chris Hogan can play the entire season, he is going to be an absolute value right now. He's going at the back end of the 5th round. He's definitely jumped up. That's right around where I would take him. I wouldn't reach for him past that. But if I get him as my wide receiver 2 or even my wide receiver 3, I'm loving it. I think he's going to absolutely kill it this year. And I think, again, just I want wide receivers that have a great quarterback, and that's why I want Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers. I want Juju with Ben Roethlisberger. I want Chris Hogan with Tom Brady. I think those are great connections, and that's a great way to build a solid core of receivers for your fantasy team. And then one more guy I'm just going to throw out there. He's actually going a bit later, but I think he could take an astronomical leap this year is Mike Williams, the wide receiver for the Chargers. So last year was his rookie season, but he really didn't get to see a lot of it because he started the year out hurt, and he basically spent the entire season trying to get back into full health. Well, this year he's healthy, and Hunter Henry is not there. So if you're talking about a guy that you can get in, the late round, possibly even in the double-digit rounds, that could easily score 10 touchdowns, Mike Williams is your guy. It's going to take a lot for him to be like a wide receiver 2, but he could easily be a wide receiver 3, and he's not that price. So I love taking players like Mike Williams. This could be a breakout year for him. For some reason Keenan Allen goes down, Mike Williams becomes a, potential top 12 wide receiver week in, week out. And even if Keenan Allen plays the whole year, I think they have to throw to somebody else. They can't just throw to Keenan Allen. And Mike Williams is poised to have an absolute great year this year. And the person throwing him the ball, Philip Rivers, is a great quarterback. So it fits my philosophy of wanting a wide receiver that has a great quarterback. So anyway, again, those are my guys this year. I love Devontae Adams. I love Juju Smith-Schuster. I love Chris Hogan, and I love Mike Williams. So you guys want to, if you haven't drafted yet, get those guys on your team. If you have drafted, trade for them. Don't overpay for them, but trade. Anyway, if you guys haven't drafted yet, I have my PPR tiers that you can download for free. Click the link in the description box. You can download those right now. I'll be sending updates. I just updated them yesterday. I'll update after week 3 of the preseason. If any big injury news comes out, I will be sure to be on that. Make sure you guys are ready to crush it for your drafts. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helps. Peace.